Hi, my name is Peter Miglino, and today I'll be interviewing Miss Kathleen Grove. Miss Grove, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Sure. I spent my whole career in education. I started out as a classroom teacher in Arlington Public Schools, taught English for 20 years, enjoyed it immensely, and was asked to head up the program for gifted and talented students in Arlington. So I went to that job and then had a number of assignments after that from the superintendent, and eventually was assistant superintendent for Arlington Public Schools for 8 years. My husband was a principal and he retired, and he wanted to become a farmer, which was a bit of a surprise to me. But we were looking for a farm, and I had family from Rappahannock County. So I said, well, if we're going to buy a farm, it has to be in Rappahannock County. So we bought a farm, but I wasn't ready to stop working. So we didn't move out here until I was able to get a job, and it so happened that the head of school at Wakefield opened up, and I applied for that and was hired and came here in '04 and retired in 2012.
That's amazing. So, what inspired you to become an educator in the first place?
Well, I wish I had some story about how, I pretended to be a teacher when I was 5 and always wanted to be a teacher.
Was it not like that?
It was not
like that.
It was really more pragmatic. I got married while I was still in college, and I thought, well, I'll need to work as soon as college is over. And I had in mind going to graduate school, but I loved English, and I thought, I think I'll try teaching English. And did my student teaching and really liked it and stayed in education the rest of my career.
Awesome. So, what was your motivation for being an educator for as long as you were?
Well, for one thing, the jobs changed, but I think in education you are able to bring everything you have to the table. If you're a good speaker, if you're an actress, if you're a reader, whatever your skills are, you can bring them to the classroom. So just being in the classroom alone is a tremendously rewarding position. But then there are other ways to extend your influence, and that calls for going into administration and making what you hope is a positive difference for a lot of people.
Yeah. It seems like you're experienced in the whole field of education. So what is your best advice to somebody that's wanting to go into the field of education themselves?
Well, I would say that you need to be prepared to work hard.
Yeah.
Work does not end when the last bell rings.
Yeah.
You have work every evening, a lot of planning to do. But if you bring everything you have to the classroom or whatever job you have, it's incredibly rewarding. The energy that you get from students is unparalleled. When they smile or nod or just give you that feeling of love from the classroom. And I don't know if you're familiar with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but the highest level is self-actualization, where all of you is brought to the task. And I definitely feel that that's the case in education. In addition, I think that unlike a lot of jobs where you do the job and then you have to volunteer on the weekends to try to make the world a better place, you are doing that every day of your life in your career.
It's like a daily thing. So, what's the most impactful lesson you've learned in your entire career of education?
It may not sound directly education related, but
okay.
I truly believe that if you conduct yourself with integrity, even if there is no immediate reward in your life, rewards will come back to you.
Yeah.
So I think it is especially important in education because you make decisions in the classroom, you make decisions every 20 seconds almost. Who to call on, how to adjust your lesson. When I was head of school here, there were quite momentous decisions that faced me. So if you are clear about your values and you really think about whatever issue presents itself and you make your decision based on your values and what you think, it sounds corny, but what you think is the right thing to do, then even if you have some stormy waters immediately after that decision, in the long run, it will return to you with great positive feedback.
Like a bigger picture type thing.
Yes, and I think that's happened to me over and over again, and I've never been apprehensive about running into someone from my past.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. Thank you so much, Ms. Grove. This concludes our interview, and I hope we can do this again sometime.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.